Hiya, welcome. Time for a juice review. You know I love doing these, but before we go any further, it's something I've got to mention. I don't even remember in my last vlog. It could have been the last vlog, it could have been the one before. When I was talking about e-juices and the way they seem to be catering for youngsters, and it's all wrong, you know, in fancy packaging, which just, I don't care what anybody says, it's aimed at them. Well, this is where I come down to this review, because if you remember in that vlog, I did turn around and say we're going to get hold of some juice which doesn't paint that picture. And this one, bish bash, DEBOSCH, this is going to do it for you. So I had to put that part in. I don't know why, but it doesn't sound sophisticated whatsoever. And the company which I'm talking about is this one here, company called DEBOSCH, and it's the Purity Collection. Now, of course, on this review, I'm not going to review all them liquids in there. It's 3 liquids in there, believe it or not, and they come in nice little packaging like that. Yep, so there's 3 of them in there. I'm not going to do all them on this review. I'm going to try to space them out, do one, and then maybe leave it a week or so and do another, etc. That sort of thing. You know, I like to concentrate on one juice, and every time that I do a juice review rather than multiples, unless of course it's something like Vape where you've got caps so you can change them over very quickly. So let's get to it. Purity Collection. Now, Purity Collection rings a bell to me, but it doesn't. All it is that I know of a company called Purity. Yeah, so I'm just getting that mixed up. But DEBOSCH, when I actually seen this, on the web, I thought, now that is the way to go. The first thing that fooled me is when I first, and I'll show you right now, when I first seen the bottle, there's the bottle right there. You've got to admit that does look sophisticated without a doubt. It does look similar to a bottle of aftershave, but I'd rather it look like a bottle of aftershave or scent or perfume than what I would do it looking like a packet of M&Ms or something silly like that, which is aimed at the wrong crowd. It's about time that us here in the vaping industry grew up a bit. A majority of us are old anyway, you know what I mean? We're not in our teens. It's the ex-smoke which has gone that way. And it's about time some companies sort of paid attention to that and tried aiming it towards us. And that's exactly what that bottle's doing for me. It's actually saying up front, I am going to be something special. You know, I've took a bit of care of the way I package myself. Look at the box, you know, something going along there. It all looks very, very well. Let's just hope that the juice tastes as good, or should I say vapes as good, as what the packaging looks. But before we go any further, I've really got to say thumbs up for bringing such a nice looking product out. You understand what I'm saying? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I only wish you could see it, because if it was to throw a light through it, maybe it'd look a little bit different. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll throw one up in the background or whatever. So let's get to it. There's actually 3 in the range, yeah? It's 3, if you buy the full box, which is the collection, it's 3 in that range, which is Aroma, Gentleman and Gold Cutie. So that's the 3 in the range, and as you listen to them names, is nothing suggestive to turn around and say it's aimed at the kids. Do you understand? It's all sort of like a grown-up names, and it makes you sort of want to wonder of what it is. Now, I've got to be honest, I did cheat a little bit, and this did come with a card. That's the card that it comes with, and it tells you at the very bottom of the card here what sort of what to expect from the liquid. You know, how it's mixed up, that sort of thing. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, because I'm only going to be doing one. But I'll tell you that the liquid comes in 0 mg, it comes in 3 mg, and it comes in 6 mg. So it only comes in them ranges, yeah? So don't think you're going to get one at 18. And there's a reason for that. It's because the mixture itself is 30-70, which is 30 PG and 70 VG. So obviously IVG, you know, you're going to be vaping at an higher wattage than what you would be doing if you had it the opposite way around. Yeah, so more or less aimed at the dripper market, aimed at the sub-ohm market, that sort of thing. And I'm actually going to go sub-ohm with this anyway. Now, is there anything else I need to tell you about this? Is everything you need to know, I've told you more or less. Although there's a couple of things that I could mention, and that's that every single ingredient's in there, which is the, you know, the PG, the VG, the nicotine, the flavourings, are all sort of sourced within Canada and America. Nowhere else, just Canada and America. So we know they're going to be good, and they're all 99.9% pure, pharmaceutical grade, food grade, that sort of thing. So, you know, they've got a lot of information there. It's actually on this card, and I think it's on the packaging as well, but I'm not going to put my glasses on right now to find out. So we've got all that out of the way. Right, now which one shall I try? Now I've got to be honest, what I did is I actually looked at the three and thought which one would be most appealing to me, going off what was written in the description below. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they all sound really nice, but the one which sort of suggested to me that I should try it was the one called Gentleman, and there's a reason for it. Yeah, the reason for it is because one of the ingredients which they mentioned in there was almond. So I'll go through it anyway. It's a savoury blend of a creamy liqueur. Yep, so a liqueur type of thing, topped with caramel and accented with brown sugar and notes of almond. And it was the almond bit what says. Now don't get me wrong, I know you're going to jump on it and you say almond. That's like marzipan, the marzipan liquids. Now I'm hoping that it's not going to be like that, and it's going to be more like a toasted almond. So what I've done, and the reason why I've been talking on so much now is because I've actually just filled the tank up. I filled the cubis up, well I've filled it half full. I've actually primed the coil, yeah. And the mix that I've got in here is actually 6 mg. It's the highest nick level because I like high nick. So we're going to vape that and see what we can pull from. Before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bottle and I'm going to give it a sniff test to see what aromas I can pull from it, yeah. And we'll do that right now. Now, I've got to be honest, if you actually get a bottle of this and you open it, the prominent aroma that's coming from there is actually almond. It is actually almond what I can smell from there, but it is like I'm guessing it was, that it's a roasted almond. It's not that marzipan, you know, what the stuff what they put in marzipan, that sort of thing. It's a roasted almond that I can smell. And I can smell, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, some sort of liqueur. So here's a liqueur and almond is what I can smell. And I've got to admit, sniffing it, it doesn't smell that exciting. But you know, let's give it a chance. We'll vape it and we'll see what we get from it. So what am I going to use? I'm using the tree box. You know, it's one of my favourite devices, and I'm using a Cubist tank, which I just love. And I'm going to tell you what settings I'm at. I'm actually in normal wattage, so I'm not in temperature control or anything like that. I'm on a max setting and I'm at 30 watt. So it's 30 watts, and I think the coil what I've got in here is 0.5 ohms coil. So you know exactly what I'm vaping here. So let's just go for it and just sort of give it a quick toot and see what the quality of the vape is like, what the throat is like, and try and find out what flavours we can pull from it. Normally, you know that what I normally do, just go for it and pull the flavours from it. Yeah, but I have to be honest, when I seen this on the web and it was like, what's that? You know what I mean? I thought it was a bottle of aftershave. Read it and I thought, oh, it's a vape juice. That sounds interesting. So it's that which I've still got in my mind, yeah? So let's give it a quick vape and just see whether what they say it is what I think it is, yeah? Oh yes, oh yes, snap, crackle and pop. It's going to get foggy in here in a bit. Now, as you can see, the vapor quality, you know, what it's pumping out there is absolutely excellent. I'm going to tell you now, the throat hit, I could have done with a tiny little bit more nick in there, but you know, I can live with that. I really can. So let's get down to the nitty gritty now, and let's see what I think as far as the flavours are concerned. I've already got some flavours going on there. And all I can tell you at the minute, it's living up to its name. It's like sophisticated. Let me give it another two. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now, the good thing about it is that everything what they mention in there, you can't pull out as individual items. It seems to be a very sophisticated mix, a very refined mix in the respect that you sort of, they're mingling and they're in and out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I was hoping that the prominent taste was going to be almonds, but it isn't. But it's there, and I can, and it's definitely, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, a roasted almond. That's what it is. But it's there. But because of the complexity of this, this is one of them juices. Do you know if you've got an everyday vape? Yeah, you've got an everyday vape. You know what my everyday vape is? I like Turkish tobacco. That's my go-to liquid all the time. But when I get home and when I want to chill out, maybe when I'm doing a vlog or something, or doing a live TV show, something like that, because I've been known to do a few, yeah. This is the sort of thing that I want to chill out with. This is the sort of thing that I want to sit down and relax, whether I'm sat down outside, sat down in my workshop mulling over things in my head. This is one of them, but you couldn't turn around and say to a friend, well, it's actually almond flavoured, or it's actually caramel flavoured, or anything like that. This is one of them where you just go, you just want to try this, mate. You just want to try it. See what it's like for yourself. It's one of them, yeah? But it puts a smile on your face. It's like, God, that's so nice. It really is. I'd find it hard to find anybody who doesn't like this liquid, depending on who they are. I mean, you know, you get... And my brother-in-law, for instance, all he vapes is Red Bull. From day one, 3 years down the line, he still vapes Red Bull. I suppose I'm just as guilty because I like my Turkish. But I do like these types of liquid. So I'm just going to give it one more toot. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've got to turn around and say that I'm happy that they put a description on there, but the description doesn't mean much to me now I've vaped it. The description would get me to buy a bottle. It would. When I read that, you know, when I read their description, it's like, yes, I've got to try that. But boy, am I glad that I have, because it's one of them where it's everything's sort of mixed together in different layers. And it's sort of like each time you vape, you're getting a little bit of magic coming through. And you go, what? And it's like now, I'm just getting a bit of caramel now. I'm getting like a bit of a caramel taste coming through. And I wasn't getting that before. But it's, as we talk, it's like it's still going on in there. You know what I mean? Now, the only thing I can't pull from it, which they're saying is in there, is brown sugar. But obviously, that's just their idea of what they're saying, you know, this is what you've got to imagine, that sort of thing. And I'm not, I'm getting a very sweet taste, you know what I mean? You know, brown sugar to me is totally different than white sugar in the way that it's got that toasty taste to it, you know what I mean? That unrefined taste to it. And I'm not getting that, but it doesn't matter anyway, because everything else about this juice is absolutely spot on. Now, I'm not going to vape any more than that because I don't want to take too much of your time up on this review. But what I can turn around and say is, if this was for sale in my local vape shop, yes, I will go out and I will buy another bottle. Is this for you? Only you really can answer that question, but I've got to be honest, if you're looking for something to chill out with, something which is really refined and really delivers on the multitude of flavours that it comes up, I'd say give this one a try. I really would. I'll leave a link down below to DEBOSCH. Yeah, DEBOSCH. That's why I had to say bish bash DEBOSCH. I know what I'm like. I'll leave a link down below. Now, if you've tried any of their other flavours, and I do intend to try the other two and do another sort of review on them. Maybe they won't live up to name, but this one, I'm glad that I chose Gentleman to do first, because I don't feel guilty now saying something's bad, because it isn't bad. It is so good. It really is. And to be honest, if you was in here in the room with me right now, I'd be quite happy, fill a tank up for you. And I'm sure the majority of you will find that what I'm saying is correct. I haven't got anything else to say. Once again, from DEBOSCH, from Canada, what more can I say? It was called Gentleman. See ya.